It's Wednesday, so it's Wednesday TV. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing amazing. It's been a week. Yeah, since I made my last video, I want to appreciate you guys for watching it, for the nice comments, for the nice feedbacks. Yes, and for those who have been sharing, for those who have been learning from it, I really appreciate it, and I'm honored to be helping you guys out. Yes. So today I'm joined with this amazing soul. She's pretty though.
My name is Lynn Ade, and I am grateful for you, and thank you for inviting me to your channel once again.
Yeah, this is the second time here, man. Y'all should watch our previous video. Yeah. Yeah, technically that's most of it. Today we're going to talk about attachment styles. Yeah. Yeah. So we have the fearful attachment or the disorganized attachment. So the fearful, or I would like to call it the anxious avoidant attachment.
Yeah.
Because they have both of it in it. In that, these people tend to have an ambivalent mindset where they swing from being afraid of a connection to analyzing the equality or the depth of their relationships, and they tend to get overwhelmed easily and have unpredictable moods. At one moment they can smooth you and be there for you, and then the next day they just disappear for 2 days or a month, and they don't explain. Kwanza a month. Like they disappear too, yani, and then like out of the blue, then they come back and they're back to square one, you see.
Yeah.
So like I feel like people with the fearful attachment or like the anxious avoidant attachment, they're just usually everywhere. They usually don't have like a specific nini. You can't actually put them in one category.
Yeah.
You see, for someone with disorganized emotions, they have they're usually unable to regulate their emotions. Like I said, they have terrible mood swings. They're usually just everywhere emotionally. One day they're happy with you, the next day they are like, I can't deal with you right now, I need space, and blah blah blah.
So like there's high highs and like low lows with
yeah,
them.
okay. Yeah. They have difficulty with bonding and opening up to people, trusting people, because you see, like, they are not sure about you, you see. And once,
what could be like the root cause of that? Could it be maybe they were hurt, like in a previous relationship, friendship, whatever?
Yeah, it's usually,
and then they carry on those like trust issues or like fears to like the next relationship.
Yeah, it usually starts somewhere, you know. It always has to start somewhere, and for them it's usually most probably like it's usually for them it's usually for them like the person that they were first attached to was not like reliable. One day they're here, one day
The other day.
one day they're here, one day they're not, one day they're gone, one day they're affectionate, one day they're not. And so like that's how they'll usually be with you, because they had to learn it from somewhere. So they'll be one day like they're like here because you've shown them that you're here, and you're not going anywhere. Say tumesema unaenda mahali, but because of past experience, they'll feel like you're becoming too much, so they back away. Yeah, so technically that's the other three. So we go back to the secure attachment. The secure attachment,
the one that we said is the
goal.
Sasa.
You see, the goal. So for someone with the secure attachment, they're able to regulate their emotions, they can easily communicate how they feel, they can easily communicate their needs, and yeah, like if they have an issue, they just come up to you and be like, yo, by the way, when you did this, I didn't feel nice, and
Yeah.
I would like for you to do better. And they actually never like passive aggressive or anything, they're just usually calm about it. Hadi you go like, hey, by the way,
Yeah.
true, I'll work on that, sawa. Yani hivyo, but sasa like unapata mtu anxious ako, by the way,
Yeah.
by the way, mimi
Being
no.
called out is an issue, can be an issue.
And then sasa
Well,
kuna avoidant. Mimi sina
Okay.
issue, mi niko sawa. Mi nakwanga sawa kila time, mi sina issue. Alafu fearful avoidant leo,
It's like maybe like yeah, for the disorganized, it could be you're told about an issue that you have or something you need to work on. And maybe one day you might be like, okay, yeah, I agree, I have to work on that. And then maybe like a few hours later, could you say, me, I didn't like how you told me that. I didn't like how you told me that. You also did this and that. So it's like emotions can be all over the place. But can work on that, you know.
yeah. And they're secure people are actually comfortable being alone and use that time to actually explore and make themselves better. So yani, they have no issue with being attached
Yeah.
or disattached. Detached.
Detached.
Ma,
English is
sorry.
hard.
Ma, sorry, dad, sorry. Pesa yenu iko sawa. School fees haikwenda mbaya sana, ni detached. They detach. So they don't have issues with detachment or attachments. The issue Nana Sherman Leo guy, they easily attach and easily detach. You see,
Yeah.
they don't have an issue with that. You see,
Like relationship.
yes, and they have a strong capacity to reflect on how they are in relationships. They can actually sit down with themselves and be like, oh, by the way,
Call themselves out, hold
Yeah,
themselves accountable,
Yeah,
and they can
absolutely.
also be held accountable without
Without-
it feeling like an attack.
without feeling like
Yeah.
mbona unaniambia hivyo,
Yeah,
maybe utaniambia hivyo,
exactly.
una get something
Like
of the
they
sort.
understand, yeah. Like
Yeah, so like how to like maybe like work on that, like being securely attached, because you're not usually doomed to be anxiously attached. You're not
Yeah.
usually doomed to be what attached, disorganized, avoidant.
Yeah.
You can actually get to be securely attached. I actually feel like I am also working on being securely attached. I'm working on it, even though it's a journey. Say it's a journey to actually like let go of, because you see, attachment styles are your coping mechanisms to trauma. It's how you actually decide to like handle situations. Because if you are so used to people leaving, if you're so used to people hurting you,
Yeah.
it's usually going either way. It's either you become anxiously attached or you become avoidantly attached, and then you can actually become both, the disorganized one. So like technically for me I just try so hard to like reason with myself and like kind of take myself back and be like, when you did that,
Yeah.
do you feel like it was right? When you did that, you see, like you call yourself out so that you can understand that, yo, when I do this, it's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
So technically, like
It's possible to
it's possible to like actually
be aware of your patterns. Like awareness is the first step.
Yeah, awareness, actually understanding the fact that, yo, when I do this,
it can mean something.
when I do this, it's not right. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like this. Yeah, absolutely. So like technically we could say, like, for people who are secure, it's just technical to just, or in your journey to be secure, it's just technically for you to identify everything that you need to work on, reflect on yourself, and actually question yourself Not question yourself in such a way and you lose sense of who you are. Question yourself in such a way and unajaribu to get better for yourself,
To
not
figure
for
yourself out too.
to just like figure yourself out and just be like I need to work on that. Yeah.
Do you think it's possible to have like different attachment styles for like different people in your life? It's just the same for like everyone. That's something I've always wondered.
I don't know. I feel like you can have the if you were to describe it like that, it would be like the disorganized one.
Okay.
Because I feel like everyone has a type of attachment. Because if you can never have the secure attachment if you're anxious, because you can't say like you're secure with this person and then you're anxious with this person, avoidant to this person. You see, I don't feel like it can happen. Yeah. Any more questions?
No.
That's it from us today. Thank you for being patient. So have a good day. Have a good one.
Morning,
at whatever
afternoon,
at
night.
whatever
If
time.
you're watching this also in the middle of the night,
Have a good one. Just have a good one and God bless. Check up on each other, man, and be there for each other. I always preach that because like we need each other. And just try to like identify with that friend of yours who needs your help. Try to identify that friend of yours who's been a bit off of late, who's been distant. Yeah, because we need each other, man.
And take care of yourself.
Mentally, man. Whatever you put in here it's really powerful. The type of mindset that you have is really powerful. So work on that. Work on making your mindset a little bit better. Work on positive thoughts. Work on questioning any rash thought that you get, especially when you're anxious, especially when you feel fear. Question that thought. Question it so much. And even if you can, journal about it. Write it down. Write down like, today I feel like this and this and this. Is it really? Try to find evidence to your overthinking. Try to find and then ask yourself like, okay, if it does happen like that, what's the worst that could happen to me? I mean, man, you'd still be alive. You'd still be able to walk, eat, do everything. And it's hard when something goes wrong. Trust me,
it's hard to stay positive.
It's
especially
hard because like for me this morning I woke up and I was positive about everything. If you could see my status, I was positive as fuck. And then one thing went wrong, and I felt like I had a terrible day. You get? But then like it's not that one small moment that determines your whole day. It can actually get better. It can actually get better. So thank you guys for watching until now. Have an amazing one and God bless.
Bye bye.